Yo, what's up? I know it's been a while since I made a video about the Giants. It's been a lot going on. So, um, yeah, I'm back anyway. But it's a lot to catch up on, so I'm gonna break this up into two. I'll make this video about the Giants, and then I'll make the other video about the NFC East as a whole. Right now, I have completely given up on the season. I feel like every Giants fan has, no matter what they say. Of course, we're gonna ride it out to the end. Of course, they're gonna be my boys to the end or whatever. But is nothing else to really root for this season besides Evan Ingram. He's exactly as advertised. He's exactly what I thought he was gonna be. And people are like, "Oh well, he's only balling like this because he's the only target on the team." Well, you got to remember that the guy's a rookie, first of all. So a lot of rookies, especially tight ends, don't ball like that in general. They're not doing what he's putting together in general. So for a rookie tight end, the dude's doing his thing, whether he's the only target or not. Because at the end of the day, you still got to make the plays, and he's making them on a constant basis now. So besides that, there's nothing else to really talk about with this team. I mean, the defense is awful. Besides Evan Ingram, we have no offense. Eli, I don't know. I'm in a gray area with Eli. I know he could do better than what he's doing, but at the same time, I'm honestly, like, Giants fans may hate me for saying this, but I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm tired of every Sunday watching the Redskins play with Kirk Cousins, the Eagles play with Carson Wentz, and the Cowboys having Dak Prescott, and we the only team in the division with a quarterback that can't move. Like, we're the only team with an older quarterback that can't move, and the style of offense we run is not his style. Like, yeah, it worked that 1 year in 2015. But it's really not his style. He's an aired out quarterback, and we got him pulling dink and dunks all the time, and it's not his style. It's not what he does. And I'm getting tired of watching their quarterbacks do good, or their quarterbacks do their thing, and Eli is just kind of like, he's either getting hit or he's making like 2-yard passes. It's just I don't like it at that point. I love Eli, one of my favorite Giants of all time, but I think what's making it hard for Giants fans to let him go this year is the fact of how he would be going out. Like, this year, if he was to retire or stop playing or whatever, it'll suck because he's going out on a really, really bad, sucky note, and it's not his fault. It's not all his fault, at least. Like, some of the blame goes to him, of course, but this was a result of years of bad drafting and bad coaching, and it's not fair to him that he's taking the blame for a lot of it. And then if he quits on a year like this, it wouldn't be right. Like, we all want Eli to ride off in the sunset. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not with another Super Bowl ring, at least with another winning record. But it just don't look like that's going to be the case. So, with that being said, I'm starting my draft looks, and yeah, I know, like, the season's still going and whatnot, but at this point, I honestly am. I'm looking forward to the draft at this point, just like a bunch of other teams. The number one guy on my radar right now is Mason Rudolph. I know people are going to say is, well, what about a left tackle? Well, Connor Williams, from what I'm hearing, is going to stay in school for another year. And that's the left tackle from Texas. He's like the best left tackle in college right now. And then you have Mike McGlinchey. He might get drafted before we even get a chance to touch him. It just depends on how other teams decide to draft. And, well, now that I think about it, the way we lose the games, we might be able to get him. So I wouldn't be mad with McGlinchey or Mason Rudolph. The reason I say Mason Rudolph is one, because I personally like him better than.
All right, Giant.
All right. Um, the reason I say Mason Rudolph is because I do think old boy from Oklahoma, I do think he's good, but with Mason Rudolph, I don't know. It just, to me, he fits better. He's got nice size. He's not a runner, but when he does run, it's effective. It's not like his first instinct is to take off. Like, he's a runner when it's needed and it's effective. He doesn't make many mistakes. Doesn't throw many interceptions. He doesn't throw many questionable passes. Great IQ. Great sense of the field. He can read defenses very well. He could pick apart a zone like it's nothing. So when I see him play, I always enjoy watching him play, even if he don't throw for a butt ton of yards or a butt ton of touchdowns. He just has really good quarterback mechanics. I'm gonna say that. And I think that with him being able to come to New York, where he doesn't need to like worry about who the weapon's going to be, this and that, because he has James Washington with him now, and he has I forget the other receiver name. He's like 6'4". Dude's a monster too. But he can come to a team that already has your Odell Beckham, Sterling Shepard, and what it looks like now, Evan Ingram. He would already have like a weapon system in place, and all he has to do is go out and utilize them. I just like him as an overall prospect. Of course, no off the field issues. The teammates, it ain't nothing but the teammates don't like him and all that type of stuff. He seems like a pretty good, humble dude. He got a lot of fire up under him. I like that. Like I said, big body, so the quarterback sneak will work with him. I've seen it happen. I've seen it work with him. It's just all stuff that we need. And like I said, if we get Mike McGlinchey, I wouldn't be mad either. Big dude, light on his feet. Even though he's had a couple bad games, I don't think that washes away all of the good that he's done in the past years. So, good hand placement, really athletic. Good in pass protection, solid in run protection. Run blocking. I think he'd be good for us too. So those two guys are the guys that I'm looking for to be our first pick. Anybody, Saquon Barkley. People want Saquon, but to be honest, we don't have the offensive line for somebody like him. And plus, I like how what the boy we got from Clemson last year. I like him. I'm not saying he's Saquon Barkley, but I do like him. I think all Giants fans have seen something in him that we like. And yeah, he fumbled that in the rain, but who cares? It was raining and he's a rookie. Like, it'll get better. We've seen enough to know that he got something to him, and I think we need to give him a chance to really show what he can do, because I don't think we're gonna keep Orleans Darkwa. So yeah, like, I think at this point I'm like 80% want Mason Rudolph, and then 20% I'll take McGlinchey. But either way, like, I'll be fine. Like, I'll be fine as long as we're trying to add something big to a big spot we need. I don't want to draft at a spot that we don't necessarily need right now, because it'll be a waste. Like, we wasted a pick last year with Davis Webb. We don't even know what he can do yet. And it's sad they won't put the kid in, but it is what it is. I don't know what the Giants got going on this year. Very disappointing. Very, very, very disappointing. But hey, every fan goes through it. Every fan goes through it. I think Ben McAdoo needs to be fired. I think Jerry Reese needs to be fired. Both of them. I honestly don't care about either one of them. Jerry Reese has had his ass saved by the Odell Beckham pick, the Landon Collins pick, and I think that's about it. I mean, if Evan Ingram panned out, that may have saved him, but he needs to go. Like, he hasn't invested in that O-line at all. Like, the offensive linemen you invested in the O-line, they just haven't panned out, except for Weston Richburg and Justin Pugh. Those are the only two guys that are, like, really panned out, like, really work. Everybody else is just a shit show, man. Like, yeah, it's just not a good look. It's not a good look. I don't like it. I don't like Ben McAdoo. He's not a coach. He's not a coach. He's a coordinator, but he's not a coach. He does not know how to run a team. He doesn't know how to inspire a team. And he throws his players under the bus all the time. Like, damn. He threw Eli under the bus all the time. And especially Eli. It's like, do you even like Eli? Like, God, like, every time he get a chance, he go sneak this Eli. Every time, and as a coach, why the fuck would you do that? And then you come out and say, we got outplayed and I got outcoached. Duh, bitch, you been getting outcoached for like since the season started, dude. Like, you're not good. You're not a good coach. You're not a good head coach. You're not a good coach. Go back to being a coordinator for somebody else. Not here, though. Not here. Nope. And the defense is what really let me down this year. Like, I understand y'all don't like the coach, but dude, don't stop playing and then make Spags look bad. Because Spags' defenses have always been pretty good. The only way the defenses for him hasn't been good is if he didn't have the pieces to execute his plan. That's it. But his blitzes are top notch. His zone schemes are top. Like, dude, like, how the fuck how y'all go from one of the best, arguably second or first, to almost last? Like, you guys fucking suck at this point. Y'all have given up. The defense has fucking given up, bro. Ain't no way around that shit. Ain't no way around it. Defense is fucking giving up. So, I mean, it is what it is. At this point, it's just like, fuck. But it's all right, Giants fans. Y'all just hold on, man. Draft almost here. Next year almost here. Just hold on. We'll get through this shit together. This is not how I thought it was going to be.